Another real beautiful way of, the masculine, of you as women stepping into a masculine space to protect your own like femininity, is boundaries. Boundaries are structure, right? It's a hard structure, it's a wall, it's something that's protective. People think it's to keep other people out, and this is what I teach people, is that boundaries are actually to keep your love in. It's not to like keep people outside. It's to keep your love valued, so you don't lose the value of what's within the boundary. The fort was built in the kingdom, yes, to keep enemies out, but what is it really doing? It's protecting the people inside. If no one's inside, why the fuck would you even need to have a fort, right? So the king is protecting his community from whatever has to come or anything else. So remember, your boundary is to protect you. It's not to offend somebody else. So when you find, and that's another way I wrote to my community, and I was telling them, I'm learning to step into my masculine, where I know like I have such strong feminine energy, which can like listen to people's pain, which can hold space for it, which can help them rise and heal. Healing is a very feminine like energy and concept, which is why most healers tend to be like feminine, and spirituality is also very feminine. And so my masculine has to step in to say, I can't fatigue this energy. Because if I'm using and abusing this energy too much, if people keep coming to me and I don't know how to like draw boundaries, I don't know how to like, set them aside, if I don't know how to like protect myself, I'm going to burn out. I'm not going to be able to like offer any value to them. I'm not going to be able to like extend my connection with people. I'm not going to be able to lead. So I know that I've had to draw better boundaries myself, which I wasn't always good at. Things like time, I would allow like a call with someone or my community or the Gauntlet to stretch to so many fucking hours, and I'd be burnt. The next day I have to like do it again, and I'm like, I have less energy to give. On a live also sometimes, to be honest, like I would go on for like 2 hours, but now I structure it and I say, no, yes, I know you love to fucking talk, I know you love to like give value, you love to hear people's stories, but now I'm like an hour and that's it, an hour and 20 or something tops, because that's how boundary allows you to protect your feminine energy. So for you as women, you don't realize, but you might have to be masculine with other women in your life. Like, for example, if you have mothers or sisters or like, aunts or uncles, aunts, any of the other women, for example, if they are coming to you and they're like, they're criticizing you, judging you, shaming you, being like, you don't know how to do it. Unfortunately, like, the whole concept like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law thing, like whichever way it goes, you don't know how to raise the kid, I raised this way, all of that stuff. Then you have to be able to draw your boundary there. You have to step into that space and say like, listen, and boundaries can be drawn with kindness. Boundaries are not aggressive. Remember, that is projecting. If you're trying to shame someone through a boundary, that's judging them and projecting. That is not what we do in inner work. A boundary is about you. This is why I say to all my students, always bring the motherfucking focus back to you, and you'll be able to best deliver your emotional discussion or your communication to someone else. So in a boundary, when you come back and you say, I appreciate you providing me this advice or this consult or stepping in, but I don't think I can hold space for this. I don't think I can really stay for this right now. I need to step out and doing something else. You don't have to say, I need to protect myself from your cruel energy, because that's, again, unconsciously projecting. So instead, you just say, I need to really value my space. I really need to value my time, etc. And step away. But you are using your masculine to protect your feminine. Now, if you do that enough, what happens is suddenly your feminine's like, holy shit, girl, you're fucking beautiful. You're amazing. And so at that point, your feminine's going to say, you know what? I want to show more of you. I want to give more of you. I want to allow you to grow more. I want you to trust more. I want you to be able to express yourself more. I want you to bring yourself out more. You know what then happens? You start trusting your femininity more. Intuition, you start trusting the world, you start trusting, you know what? You start trusting other men. Because you will now step into this place where you're trusting yourself more, you start trusting and will attract trustworthy men. Hey, and welcome to the Inner Yats YouTube page. If you like our content, make sure you click the like and the subscribe button so that you get more of these amazing videos that keep coming your way.